Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. Here we are. Let me take this down. Y'all wasn't even here when the video ended. I was all the way in the kitchen putting something in the red cup. Like Chicago said, I got to get this down. I haven't worked this thing in so long. There we go. How is everybody today? How is everyone? It's a little crooked. But, yeah. Okay, I was like, I don't even know if people will show up because it's been so long. And, I kind of, y'all, I did not forget. I just have too much I'm not even gonna say a lot. It's actually just too much going on. So how is everybody doing today? Let me put my stuff. Okay. So of course, Lauren was the first one here with the eyeballs. She gets here before I even, as soon as I set it up. It's been times I'll be, like on here and I have to make sure the camera's cut off when I'm setting it up because people will be logged on and I'm not even ready to go live. And now I'm looking at this. Let me, little tricks and stuff to slim the face. See that? Okay. Yeah. Lauren said, this seems like a good one. I was thinking the other day when were you gonna have another case study? Funny how the universe works. Let me go get my glasses because I'm working off my phone and the print is so little. That's how I know I'm getting old. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I needed that. The print is so little on this phone because it's turned straight up. So yeah. Actually, I had a couple people with the same situation. I actually saw this situation just the other day in a Facebook group, and I didn't even respond to it. I was like, this could be a case study because that's two different people that I know went through the same thing, and that it happens a lot. It happens more than people think it does. So I said, okay, case study, perfect. Because to be honest with you, I had a brain fart for a good few months or a month or so, trying to figure out like what else to talk about that was gonna be good. So yeah, we got Hey, Keep It Netty. Hey, we got Tyra Toodles. Hey, how are you? And then we got some people here who probably haven't said anything. We have a lot of people that just watch. I don't know why people are so shy on social media. If you want to be in this industry, the last thing you can be is shy, because everything these days is based around how well you promote yourself. And it's harder now than ever to promote yourself. So you can't, this is the place you should be practicing being on camera or talking up or, just practicing. I'm just saying. Oh, we have somebody new. Queenie's Cake House. Hey there. Hey. See, here on this channel, a lot of people have been coming here for years, literally for years, and sometimes 2 to 3 times a week. And people will be on here talking to each other before I even come on camera. So welcome to the family. Now, I will tell you newcomers that this is not a place where I tell people what they want to hear. I tell people what they need to hear based on my previous experience, extensive experience in this industry from all different angles. It's not what people want to hear, but I also explain why. Okay? Take what you take from it, and other stuff you leave on the table, So that's how that goes. Polished by Shell. Hey, it's been a long time. Glad to see you too. Where y'all red cups at? If you got your red cup or some type of cup, type in cup. Just let me know. So today's case study is pretty straightforward, but it happens a lot to new nail techs. And so what I want to do without further ado is I'm going to play this for you and then we'll get right into it, okay? Okay, you all, it might be shaking a bit because this is on my phone. I'm thinking about getting myself a new laptop because I really like doing this on my laptop, and now the one that I have is so weak. It's so weak. So here we go. So you did it. You've graduated. You finished, and you did what you said you were going to do. Everyone's so proud of you, and they can't wait to get in your chair. You feel like you're on top of the world. So the first thing we're going to do is go out ahead and get a new job. Let me look around. This place is not hiring, but here we go. You've been hired. You're working. They keep you busy. You're so happy. You're doing clients back to back. But they told you that you've received some complaints. You don't understand. You go back in. You practice some more. You come back to work and you keep doing your best. And they keep telling you you're simply not meeting the cut. What do? You quit. Let's talk about it. Almost forgot because I know you'll have a few questions. This person was hired at the standard rate, minimum wage, or a 60-40 cut. This person was taken off of all services and reduced to simpler services such as manicures and pedicures from all services. I'm going to play it one more time because sometimes people come in late or they didn't quite hear it. So you did it. You've graduated. You finished and you did what you said you were going to do. Everyone's so proud of you and they can't wait to get in your chair. You feel like you're on top of the world. So the first thing we're going to do is go out ahead and get a new job. Let me look around. This place is not hiring, but here we go. You've been hired. You're working. They keep you busy. You're so happy. You're doing clients back to back. But they told you that you've received some complaints. You don't understand. You go back in. You practice some more. You come back to work and you keep doing your best. And they keep telling you you're simply not meeting the cut. What do? You quit. Let's talk about it. Almost forgot because I know you'll have a few questions. This person was hired at the standard rate, minimum wage, or a 60-40 cut. This person was taken off of all services and reduced to simpler services such as manicures and pedicures from all services. So I hope you all like that little video I put together. I put on some earrings while I was playing. Listen, I don't think people understand how much time it takes to put together these videos. What am I putting on my stuff in the camera? It takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to put these videos together. Like seriously. Like I've been literally working on this all day long. To put together the videos, to put up the questions, everything. I don't think people really care, but it's just, it makes me proud to see how it all comes together to present a lesson at the end of the day. So we're going to get here. Polished by Shell. It's been a long time. Glad to see you. Hey, Marlene. Okay, so y'all didn't put me down. You didn't forget about me. Hey, it's been a while. Glad to see both of you all. Yes. Lauren said this is a very common situation. You said this has happened to you, but just kept pushing through and I'm doing better. Okay. Well, we got questions. So today I think I have like 6 questions. So basically this is a person who's right out of school. They fresh out of school. They pretty decent nail tech, but they went and worked in their first salon. And they are putting in their all, and they are coming back, and the salon owner is telling them that they're getting complaints. So the person is thinking that they're doing good, and the salon owner is telling them they're getting complaints, to the point where the salon owner has taken them off of doing all the services and just basically putting them on simple stuff, like doing the pedicures or doing just manicures or doing just the kids. So basically this person said, I quit because I came here and I was making money at first, and now you telling me I'm not good. But these people, when this happens all the time, and these clients are not saying that to me, but you as the salon owner, you're coming to me telling me I have all these complaints. So they said they're going to quit, right? So let's get into these questions, okay? Let me pull it up. Here is the first. Y'all, I've been off of here, so I got to get my bearings up, especially on this little bitty screen of my phone. So here is the very first question. Very first question is this. When working in a commissioned salon, whose responsibility is it to bring in new clients? Who do the clients belong to? So in working in a commissioned salon, whose responsibility is it to bring in the clients? And who do those clients belong to? If it's your first time here, I'll give you like 30 seconds so you could type your answer in, because you'd be surprised that usually not everyone agrees. So what's the answer? Okay, so we got some answers here. Tara Toodle said, hey, honey. See, I'm starting to recognize my emojis. I knew what that was, even though it's way over there. Okay, you said the salon. Okay, so it's the salon's responsibility to get the clients. The salon's responsibility to get the clients. The owner, Polished by Shell. They are the salon's clients, Shannon says. So we got it's the salon owner's responsibility. And I guess you all are saying it's the salon owner's clients. Lauren said it's the salon's responsibility and they're the salon's clients. Shannon said, but as a nail tech, I'm always working on marketing myself, trying to get people to come in. So that's a great question because when you market to get people to come in, what do you think about if those are your clients or not? Are they your clients? Because you brought them in, just wondering. Marlene, the salon. Oh, honey, your nails. Hey, I think they are. I think they belong to salon. It's the salon's responsibility. Then Lauren said, however, if you bring a client from social media, then technically that's your client. Latricia said, and I think your name is Latricia, the salon. Okay. Now, if this is your first time in one of my lives, case study, I don't really chime in. I just like to see what people think, just because somewhere down the line, it'll be divided. And you think that everybody thinks and works and moves like you, but they don't. So, yeah, Lauren, but still continue to bring yourself and market yourself. Any client I bring in is technically my client. I didn't steal them. Okay. See how they talking to each other? Oh, honey, your nails saying hey to Tarbert because we've been around here for years, honey. So join the family, you new people. Don't disappear after today, okay? I'm going to move on to the next question. Let's hit it. Do you think all technicians should equally receive clients? Do you think all techs should equally receive clients? Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, here we go. Shannon nailed it, said no. I believe that the client will choose who they go to. If you like or prefer having me as your nail tech, then if I move salons, I hope you will come with me. But if they prefer to stay, that's okay. So Shannon, my question to you is, in a salon like that, how would they be able to follow you? How would they know? How can they follow you? Just asking. No, because not everyone's skill is up to par. No, it depends on the service and the availability. So many factors. Some people request certain texts too. That's true. Some people do not know how to even do the basics, so they will shadow someone until they get better. Yeah. Yes, to an extent. Until you've been there long enough that people request you, you should be in rotation, just like being a server. Okay. So the majority of you all said yes, pretty much yes, that everyone should have equal clients. And then some people said, basically like if you got people, you get requests, you get requests. But I'm just saying, I guess my question was like when you come into a salon, do you feel like you should come through the door just getting all these clients just immediately being put into the rotation? Immediately? And just getting the equal amount like Sarah's been there for 6 years. She has a lot of regulars, but because Sarah has a lot of regulars, her day is only 60% booked. So since Sarah has only been there, Sarah's been there 6 years and her books are 60% booked and she has so many regulars, should she not be in the rotation equally as you because you just got there? And so you should be getting more clients. I just want to see how people are thinking in terms of how clients should be fed to them. Yes, if your skill level is up to par. No, you have to prove your skill. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sarah earned that. Right. Now, if you watched the video, if you were here a few minutes ago, you saw that the person in the video became frustrated and quit their darn new job because the person was telling them that they are just not up there where they need to be. Sarah will be busy with her regulars and can still be in rotation. Exactly. Yep. Okay, just wondering how people are thinking. We're moving somewhere. Let's go on to the next question. Let me say this. I ask my clients if I can post their nails on IG, TikTok, and often they will just follow me on my personal pages, not just the salon's pages. And if I move, I'll announce it on IG and TikTok. Okay, that's smart. That's smart. Shannon, when we get to the end of this, can you please stay on this live? And I want you to remind me of what your answer was, because I really have something to say about that, just so people will know. Because I used to be like a really big salon owner, nail salon owner back in, well, not even back, not too long ago. So I'm glad you said that, because that's great, but it can get you in trouble. So can you remind me about that when you come back? When I get to the end. Oh my God. You all, this red cup is getting me already. It's getting me already. Okay. Number 3, do you think it's wrong for a salon owner to demote a technician who is not performing up to standard? Please, Shannon, don't forget. Do you think it's wrong for a salon owner to demote a technician who is not performing up to standard? I just want to know, like, what do you think about that? Because I've seen this so many times where people get offended or they get upset and they're like moping and they want to quit, and they do quit, and then they start hopping around to all these different salons. So okay, so grab a pencil and keep your train on track. I went to school with a girl who had been doing nails before school, and if she were in a regular salon, she wouldn't have any complaints. She was already established. Lauren, can you remind me of that comment when we get to the end, because I'm going to address that. That's kind of like going in left direction, but I can address that. I want to address that, what you just said. I just love to see how people think. I love studying human nature in general, and I just love to see how people's minds twirl, because I seek to understand these days and not react as much. That's a great lesson to learn in life. But no, it's not wrong. They have a salon reputation to uphold. They can put you down on services, but still train you if you stick around so you can go back to clients again. Yep. No, I don't think it's wrong. Demoting them to basics is beneficial. Yes, I'm still so new and I have so much to learn. I really appreciate that my current salon owner will help me to learn and improve. Yeah, because not all will, and they don't have to. No, it's not the salon's reputation. No, it is the salon's reputation and money at stake. It's an incentive to improve your skills. Blink, bloop, blink. Laughing out loud. Okay, I'm staying for a while. Yeah, Lauren is here before I get here. I'm telling you, if I have to come back, like I told you all, to get ready for these live videos, there's a lot of work. I literally work on it all day. Editing the videos, uploading it, moving it to MP4, I have to go in and monetize and make sure it's on YouTube, all these Facebook pages. I have to put up announcements. It's a lot of work. It's about 4 hours worth of work, 3 hours worth of work before I even come on live. And then I'm on live usually for 2 hours. So it's like a day's work when I go live. So it's funny because when I come on here, just tweak something to do something, Lauren will be up here making comments and hasn't even started for like an hour. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to see me with no wig on or anything. It's funny. It's a business. An owner should know strengths and weaknesses for each tech, capitalize on their strengths and improve on their weaknesses. Classes. Exactly. A reputation to uphold. My manager had to do that with me. She had the hard talk with me, and I've been doing better ever since. And I think I've had a very many hard talks with Lauren. Lauren couldn't stand me for a minute. Lauren stopped talking to me for a couple of weeks. I said, she'll come around. It's tough love. Here she is. She here. You'll be on track from here on out. It's only to better serve you. Not everyone had thick skin. Yeah, you got to have thick skin. You got to have thick skin in this business because it ain't going to hold your hand. It ain't going to hold your hand. Oh, girl, please. I told you I study humans. I already knew you were going to do that before you did it. It's okay. I knew you come back around. I knew you come back around. I meant what I said and I was holding to it because it make you better, to make you stronger and everything. And I'm okay with people being mad at me for a minute. Oh, Lord, I got to come out this jacket. Whew. Ah. Okay. Okay. Whew. Hot. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna move on because I actually have a few more questions. Okay, then we have the commentary, and the conversation usually veers off someplace else. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next quick question. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! I wrote that wrong. Should salons hire students fresh out of school? Do you think that salons should hire people right out of school? Like, what are your feelings about that? Tell me. Okay, we get so many new people who come in the salon, and once the manager sees their skill isn't up to par, they end up leaving because they want to do acrylic and they're not ready. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. I actually had a friend get mad at me because I was telling her that, it was like she didn't really want to accept what I was saying. And I'm not the one to tell people what they want to hear when it comes to them making their money. I need to tell you what you need to hear because let your grandma tell you, baby, that's pretty. And it's not. Baby, that's good. It's not. People paying their hard-earned money and they are not gonna spare your feelings. So before you go out there and embarrass yourself in the real world, I'm gonna tell you realistically where I think you are. Okay. And I'm sure there are people that could tell me where things I can improve on. It's like, be open to learn. I learn something new every single day. Like every day I learn something new. And I giggle because I love it, because every day I'm like, I wonder what I'm gonna learn that I didn't learn yesterday. You know? Anyway, I can't hear anything. My timer is stuck on 8. It's like that for you all. I think maybe you should log out and come back in. Yes, sometimes it's good because they need to work and you can mold them so it works both ways. So Lauren, you all are saying basically it's a good thing. Okay. Okay, that's a simple, straightforward one. Let's move on to the next. Now, this is a big one. See, you logged out and came back in. Okay, good. Should the technician leave? This is the big question. Should this technician leave? Why or why not? And I'm going to put this on 60 seconds this time because I need you to tell me yes or no and why or why not, okay? Why or why not? Let's one more. Tell me why not too. Okay. That's a good idea. Patricia said, absolutely, we have to start from somewhere. However, it should consist of a mixture of old and new techs. Yeah, you can't have a salon full of new techs. It's going to be a mess. Okay, I'm back. I think it's fine, but it is a lot more work for the salon owner. I think it depends on how much energy they have to invest in the new graduate. Exactly. Really, is the student willing to work hard and really put in the work to learn their craft? It's a good idea to hire new people, but they don't have to. Yes, if they can't pay their bills. I personally would stay straight out of school. Oh, you think you would know everything, but if the owner offers, you can get education and experience, so I would stay. Okay. Okay, where am I? Oh. Y'all remember back in the day, I used to be like 30 comments behind because it used to be like sometimes 30, 40, 50 people on the live. Okay. Don't leave, stay and work on your weaknesses. The problem won't go away until it's addressed. Exactly. Grass is not green on the other side, but everybody thinks so. Yes, if it's making you have a hard, stressful, resentful feelings for the salon. But see, that goes into what old honey said, because that's a you problem. And if it's a you problem, you're going to take your problems with you to the next place, right? And so if you're resentful here, you're going to go there to the next place and be resentful again because it's you and it's not them. So it's really running away from problems that's stuck on your skin and your heart. It depends. Yes, if the salon isn't a good fit and you can't learn from them. No. If it is a good salon you can learn from. Nice observation. If that is what you really want to do. Not every salon is a good fit. No, if you have a passion for it, you're willing to learn to improve. Yeah. Nope. The tech should take the time to practice and get better while still making money. If they then they'll come on now, y'all. Come on now. If Lauren, if they then they'll have some same thing from, I don't know. The next salon owner ain't gonna play that either. Salon, do you have a red cup? Gonna be a salon hopper. Okay. I'm like, she gotta have a red cup or two with her. Okay. So those are good answers, but you know what? I still have one more question, so let me get into it. How should salon owners handle inexperienced technicians? How should salon owners handle inexperienced technicians? 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Yeah, Lauren, you have me looking real crazy out in these streets. That's definitely not a clip I can take and post on any other social media outlet because I look illiterate as hell trying to read your stuff. Red cup, honey. You know, she say you gotta have a red cup, and she is coming on camera to do the reverse ombre, but she said she gonna show y'all something y'all don't know. She said she was just trying to catch a day that you all weren't too stressed, because you know how she feel like we all slow and don't know much. So she said she's gonna give everybody time to watch a few videos before she comes show us her way, because you know we slow and she is so advanced. Yeah. Well, I mean, if they leave, then they'll have the same problem somewhere else. Demote or fire. Yeah. Put them on a trial basis. And if you want to hire new technicians, you should have some type of program for them to advance. Clear communication during the interview hiring process. Both tech and owner lay out goals and expectations. Cocatus, 74. Hey, Chicago Mischief. What are we talking about today? Oh my God. Hello. You missed the video. It's about a person who is right out of school, basically went to a salon, and the salon owner keeps coming and telling them that they're getting complaints, and they keep trying, and the salon owner is telling them that their work is not up to par. And they demoted them and told them, you can't have you doing all this stuff. You're only doing like pedicures, little simple stuff, kids and manicures. They took them off the stuff they wanted to do, like the acrylic and all alone, nail art and all that, because they kept saying they were getting a complaint. So the person was saying they quit. Yep. I am inexperienced, and my salon owner had me start on a less busy day. I got to watch her and the other girls work, and they talked through their process, and it was a wonderful way to start. Okay, cool. Yeah. Regular scheduled meetings to review. I think they should have patience and have some type of training process if they're hiring new technicians. Latricia, can you remind me? So that's 3 people giving me 3 different comments on something I want to expand on, but it's going to take me off in left field. But that's a comment that I want you to remind me of after I come back with my commentary. Okay, please. Thank you. If they demote them, and then they should have the tech shadow other tech so they can pick up their skill. Yes. Give new people the opportunity to learn and get better. Have a senior tech to be a point contact to watch. Okay. Okay. All right. I think these were all good points, good valid points. And at this point in the case study, what I usually do is I go and I take a little ladies break and tell you to go to the ladies room, and then I come back with my little commentary or whatever, and then I get into my comments, and then we go into whatever questions that people have in general in the industry. You don't have to be a nail tech. You could be anything in the industry, because I've worked in the business many years, many angles and all of that. So, okay, we're going to go ahead. These were really good answers. I'm so glad that so many people have logged in, because I've been gone for so long. Lauren said, no break. We are ready. Lauren, I'm an old lady. Okay. Okay. Well, fine. Let's get into it. I see this happening all the time for years. And this right here is a surefire way to become a salon hopper, because you get upset because you get out into the real world, and the real world is telling you where your skill set really is. This goes into what I say about being in school. The teachers are going to always tell you you did a great job. Okay? It could be a big old lump at the end of the nail. Oh, that was good. That's real good. But just next time, you make sure you pull the polish all the way down. But we don't hear, make sure you pull the polish all the way down. We just heard we did a great job. It's almost like that motherly figure, that grandma. That's how the teachers are in school. And then when you get out in the real world, you're dealing with a person who has worked their whole life to build this business and build this brand. They're not going to let you come in and continue to practice on their people. Chicago tells it like it is, honey, because my salon was right by Oprah and all of them. And some of Oprah's people would come to me. I had very wealthy people coming to me, rich people, wealthy people, celebrities, hand models, all of that, NBA people. You could not be practicing on them, giving my brand a bad name. And that is exactly what these salon owners are thinking. And I know some people do not want to hear that or want to, take that in. But from the salon owner's point of view, I'm telling you that it is not the salon owner's responsibility to train you. Okay? If you find a salon owner that's nice enough, to take in a new person, and you go into that interview lying, because see, the problem is, like, I'm reading the comments and you all are saying the right things, but it's not the reality of the real life of a salon owner. Salon owners are usually busy, stressed the hell out, and underpaid in the beginning, trying to get this thing up off the ground to wherever they want it to be, or to keep it there, or pay all the bills and make sure all this payroll is covered, make sure more people are coming in. We don't really have time to set up training programs. You get what I'm saying? So what you all are saying sounds nice, but in the reality, we don't have time to set up training programs. That's what you went to school for. And we want people that don't need a training program. We don't have time to do an extension of school. You heard what I said? We don't have time for that. And that's literally what some new nail techs want. They want an extension of school, almost like this is the graduate program. This is my MBA nail program. We don't have time for that. Now, we'll tell you that I have hired people right out of school, and it has been a 90% failure rate. I'm sorry. It has been a 90% failure rate because what happens is a lot of these people go into school with stars and rainbows in their eyes, butterfly in the sky. Take a look, reading rainbow. And they think they're going to go into school and they're like, still dancing on this cloud, a reading rainbow. And the teacher is like, oh, yeah, you did good. They're like, they go home, they go back and order more glitter, reading rainbow. And then they go to their mother, their sister, their cousin. And they're like, yeah, baby, yeah, because they haven't paid anything. So now this person is still floating on the cloud, reading rainbow, a reading rainbow. And then you come into my salon, where it's real people coming in here paying ridiculous amounts of money because my services were not cheap. You cannot be playing around because all these people told you you're so great. The polish is not even around the cuticle. You can't cut a cuticle properly, like stuff like that we don't have time for that. So if you find someone who's nice enough to do that, it's going to be rare. And I have hired people right out of school, but I'm going to tell you, it rarely ever works out. Only time I had time to work with people that were so fresh and new was in the winter. Like if I had somebody and they came in like in January, then I could sit with them and work with them. And then I would let them work on, like I would go on Craigslist and get models for them. I would tell them to bring their friends in. I would let them paint the people in the salon and stuff like that. But if I didn't see them, let me tell you how I, as a salon owner, would judge that. If when it's not busy and you're not practicing, if you're not bringing people up there or coming to me saying, look, I did a model, or, ooh, can I bring a model? Or, ooh, look at some work I did when I went home. I'm not taking you seriously because you are being a Karen. You're being a Karen. Some of y'all probably, I ain't come back on her channel. I don't like the way she talks. Okay, go out there and learn the real world. You're being a Karen because Karens have a sense of entitlement. And you're being entitled to believe that salon owners are going to take out so much time to teach you when we're already stressed the hell out. So if I don't see a person putting in a double effort outside of what I'm devoting to them, because I don't normally do that, I'm not going to take them seriously. And what happens is a lot of them, I will see a little bit of improvement and I might let them go on the floor and work on somebody. And it's still not up to my standard. I tell them, look, we're going to have to keep you over here washing towels and stuff like that, or maybe polishing feet or something, and they could tip you or whatever. And then they usually disappear. And that's the person who's just not serious, because it's literally not the salon owner's responsibility to do so. I've went too far. And this is another thing that nail techs, people in the industry don't realize either. You're not the first one. You're not the second one, third one, fifth one, eighth one to come in yapping about how good you are and all this stuff you can do, and you can't do it. And then it's just like being in a relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship. After so many failed relationships, you're like, I'm not giving my energy to people. They're going to have to earn my energy. That's how salon owners all also feel about all these new technicians coming in the door offering so little and wanting us to help them. And they're not even putting in the work. It's a disappointment to us because it's an investment for us that we don't have to give. It's like a gift that we don't have to give. We're putting our brand on the line and giving you a chance and trying to pull you into the industry, mentoring you for free or whatever, and putting our brand on the line. And a lot of people don't even do the part that they're supposed to do. And so while people say they're working hard, they're not working hard as they could, because my version of working hard, because I'm a hard worker. Baby, when I tell you, I didn't go to bed till 5:30 a.m. this morning, and I was back up at 10:30, and I've been going ever since. I've washed clothes, taken out garbage, cleaned, swept, did all this stuff for this live. made some product, put some product up. I've done so much in 24 hours. Most people, even I just moved over here, and even the neighbors on the block say, "Hey, Miss Busybody, when you gonna sit down?" I'm on a whole nother level when it comes to moving around. So my level of hustle does not match a lot of the people's level of hustle. So if you came to me, I'll help you. If you say this and you need some help, but you got to meet me all the way here. I'm gonna read some comments because I will just be yip, 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 yip. Y'all, this is a different phone stand that I rarely use. It's actually one off of TikTok. I love TikTok, but it's not for this particular position to me. You see, Lauren, this will happen when you don't let me take a break. I get to going. We could take her with us to the restaurant. She can't bring us, right? Oh my God, you all be listening to me talk while you're on the toilet. That's so nasty. Terra Toodles, chop shops, some of them have a bad enough reputations. New techs don't hurt anything. Yeah, they don't really care. But I will tell you, they will put you off to the side too and have you doing little kids and just like polish changes. That's it. They will too now. And if for them, it won't be a quality thing. With them, it's a time thing. Like if you're not super duper fast. See, when I work with discount salons, they sometimes have complained about my timing, but I didn't really care because it wasn't that far off, but I wouldn't move as fast because they were skipping too many steps for my liking. But because the people like my work and would be like, what's her name again? I want her again. I've never been taken off of services that I can think of, but they would complain to me about my time in discount salons. There are plenty of wait. Wow. Yeah. This is how we think. Sorry. And I must mention, Shannon, because some of you all knew I've been in Nails Magazine 5 times. I know this business. There are plenty of classes for techs to do it independently of the salon. Invest in yourself. There are plenty of classes for yes. They go home and order more glitter. Exactly. You're going home, you keep ordering more supplies instead of doing the work with what you have. You can have all the supplies in the world and just be focused on designs. You can't properly shape shit. Can you give me a good precise shape? You do an almond, one almond going that way, next almond going that way. They point into each other, making a damn near heart. That almond going that way. All the almonds is off. Most people can't do basic things. They too focused on the designs, but the other technical skills are way off base. Like seriously. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. If you look at a lot of these TikTok sets, with all these people had teddy bears and like big sponges and stuff sitting up on the nails and all the type of stuff like that. If you looked at the work would be off as hell, lumpy and bumpy, and they covering it up. I'm just saying. My manager said that most salons ain't gonna teach you how to do nails. They don't have time for that. And it's not their responsibility. She said she doesn't mind because she feels like if she can help someone take care of them and their family, it don't bother her. Yeah, when it's not busy. That's why I said if it's not a busy season, I can do it. And I've literally sat down with many nail techs, but most of them give up way too early. They give up so easy. They don't make it through because they had this butterfly in the sky idea of how this business, how easy it is to jump in. And then they realize it's hard. It's not that hard. I mean, it's not that easy. It takes a lot of technical skills, a lot of little detail, and it takes time to get real experience. Yeah, that makes sense about the training. Yeah. So when I will hire people, this is how I did it. They fill out the application. I had a straight up application. I had a handbook that I wrote up. I forgot how many pages it was. And then I had a form after I interviewed them. I had a form. And then I would make them do a practical on myself or one of the other technicians. They had to polish one hand, probably red or like a chalky pink or something to see their polishing skills and a manicure, even if it was just one hand. And depending on where they were, I had a sheet. And the sheet did have 3 different levels on it, different tiers. So the tiers were your commission structure. And it started at 40%. And if it was, I've actually gotten licensed from the state of Illinois at one point to bring in students and give them CEU hours. So I didn't have to pay them at all, but I still would pay them under the table. So I was fair. But what I'm going to tell you is that most people don't want to put in the work. They want to come in making all this money and they don't even have the skill to do so. Oh my God, too true. Look, am I lying? Do I lie on this channel? No. Ah, okay. I never thought of that. I was hesitant to ask if I can practice on a creepy hand or other tech because it would be wasting their product. No, it's fine. It's fine. Or bring in your own product. See, what we want to see is you taking initiative. If you're taking initiative, we don't care. Now, I'm not going to let you sit up there and use all my damn Swarovski rhinestones every day. No, within reason, it's fine. As long as you are, taking initiative, then most salon owners will meet you. We're going to meet you 100% of the way. But most people don't take the initiative. And so we've seen it so many times that we're like hesitant to give people our energy, only for them to walk away and quit, like the video. Would the salon owner really be interested in seeing pictures of what we did at home? Yeah, I want to see the picture because I can look at any picture and I can see what needs to be worked on a lot of times. Of course, in person is better, but I can look at pictures all day long and say, okay, you see that right there? It's a little off. You see that dip right there? Or you're a little bit off here. Or I can look at a picture and say, yeah, your apex is off, or it's not close enough to the cuticle. So while I can't see 100%, that I can see enough to still give you some pointers and things I want to see in the future from you, plus it's still showing initiative that you are putting forth effort. However, she said you got to focus on your craft and not be so worried about the money. Exactly. That's what I just said a few minutes ago, right? Everybody come in the door with no experience expecting to make all this money. You have to focus on your skill. With the skill comes the money. Because not only do you have to have the skill, when you want to jump out on your own, once you know something, you got to learn how to market yourself and brand yourself. The money comes, but everybody thinks you make all this money right away. Some people do make money right away because they're good at a trend. And that's what I talk about in my TikTok videos. If you follow me, I do all these funny skits and talk crap about long, crazy nails, which I'm not really against. I just feel like you shouldn't fill your books up with them because they're not that stable. But that's fast money because they're jumping on trends. But to be a career nail tech, you have to have the basic skills. Someone said something like that to my manager because she's pregnant. They asked her when she's going to take a break. She said she'll sit down when she goes into labor. Yeah. That's how I'm telling you, I don't sleep sometimes. And when I get into modes where I am working hard, like I just went and bought another dry erase board the other day. I have three dry erase boards in the basement, and I have one dry erase board that sits right on the couch with me because I have so many ideas, and I also keep journals. So I have a journal, I have a dry erase board right by me every day, all day, so I can keep my thoughts and my tasks organized. That's how hardcore I am. I don't play. Yes. Be skipping too many steps. My timing isn't as fast, but I be getting requests because they love how thorough I am. Okay, so, and that's good because what's going to happen over time is that you will learn how to cut steps or combine steps or make things more efficient and still keep the quality of the efficiency. Okay, I'm going to tell you something I just did this week, and I'm so embarrassed to say this, but I did it, and I'm going to tell you. All these years when I do nails, when I get ready to do the gel, I take my gel lamp. I have 2 gel lamps. I take one of them and I put them on top of the table. I put it on top of the table. And I'm working on top of that gel lamp while I'm doing the designs of polishing. But it hit me one day, just last week after all these years, why are you pulling that extra gel lamp and putting it on the table? Just leave both of them underneath the table and have them put their hands underneath the table. Y'all, ain't that crazy? I'm so embarrassed. But yeah, over time, it's a never-ending process is what I'm saying. I'm still finding ways to become more efficient. I still find products that make my life easier. Like even now, here's another one. I just started putting newspaper down on the floor when I'm doing pedicures because all this dead skin and stuff is falling when I'm filing. A lot of dead skin. I know how to get the dead skin off, honey. And speaking of this is the reason why.
Now available at www.chicagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.chicagobeautysource.com.
Shameless plug, yes. So I was putting my towels down on the floor, messing up my towels unnecessarily. And it hit me, why are you not putting newspaper down on the floor? You learned that years ago working in discount salons. It makes so much sense. And now I grab my little bag and everything that's in the pedicure tub and I throw it on the newspaper and I grab the newspaper, ball it up and throw everything away. Boom, easy breezy cleanup, not messing up my towels and not as much stuff on the floor to clean up. So even all these years later, I am still learning new ways to make my stuff better. But it all comes from wanting to learn, that thirst to learn, not being a bullhead, I know everything type person, stubborn. You can't tell me anything. You get it? Every day I learn something new. Every day I'm open to receiving new information. Just saying. Yeah, sponges. They're going to start putting sponges on nails next. Yep, I was like that. And my teacher had me thinking I was going to be making stripper money straight out of school. Yeah, they gas you up. You know, they gas you up. And a lot of teachers themselves, they gas you up. They gas you up. They do that to everybody. And they want you to refer people too. Like, I love my teacher. You need to go up there and ask for Miss Natalie. I'm just saying that. You need to go up there and ask for Miss Natalie because she cool as hell. That's my girl. We be going to get burgers and fries, and she let me do her nails and stuff. And she told me, like, people told her when I graduate, they want to come to me. But she done said that to the last group of students, the last group of students, the last group of students is what she does. Okay, she cool, but it's what she does. Yeah, they have the newspaper at the salon when they whip out the cheese grater. Yeah. But the newspaper on the floor, you all, is wonderful. Like, I've been telling all my clients, if you have newspaper, please bring it to me. Do not throw your newspaper away because I want it. Because it makes cleanup so much easier. Yeah, they be having, okay. The teachers themselves don't even be all that. I didn't say you didn't. Why you think they teaching? Teaching don't pay no money. People teach for two reasons. They were not able to make it, or they are trying to retire and they just still like to keep their hands on it. Those who can't teach, and that is an old saying, and that is not to be offensive, it's actually true. Those who can't teach, they can't for one reason or another, but those who can't teach, in the future, I may teach. My hands are tightening up. That might be one of my sources of income when I get older, but that's going to be like when I turn 60, and I'll do it like part-time, like a night instructor or something. Those who can't teach, they're not, a lot of them not even in touch with what's going on in today's world, to be honest with you. I didn't say everybody, I said a lot. Okay? Don't have your teachers hit me up on TikTok trying to argue with me. They don't want this smoke. Okay, y'all, shoot them questions at me. Shoot them. While you all are shooting some questions, I want to show you all something. If I can get 3 yeses, that's 6 fingers, right? 3 yeses. I'm going to show you all something. It's very special. Nobody has it. I'm the only one that have it. And I was going to wait, but only the people on this live will know about this. Only one other nail tech knows about this, and that's Cece. And Cece is not on here tonight. I should have texted her. Cece knows, but no one else knows. So if I can get 3 yeses, I will show you. That's not what I want to show you. Y'all, my Airbnb people, they leave me all type of wonderful things. They'll be like, thank you for a wonderful stay. And they'll leave me a whole bottle or something. And this is sugar-free ginger beer, which I didn't even know was a thing. But they left some ginger beer there and it was sugar-free. I'm like, sugar-free ginger beer? And some coconut, pineapple, Captain Morgan. Hold on. They leave me unopened bottles of stuff all the time. I was like, wow. Delicious. First off, before I show you all this, I want to make sure the lighting is good. Let me move everything back because I'm so excited about this newest project. The next project that I have coming is the 101 content ideas. I'm still working on that. It's designed and everything like that, but I got to finish out the 101 because I'm trying to figure out how detailed I want it. But remember we talked about the retreat. I still want to do that. Lauren is scared to come here for some damn reason. I think she thinks she's gonna get shot. And if she come on my block, she'll really think that. But people come here from all over the world, honey. They are perfectly safe and fine. Chicago. But I really want to do the retreat still. But I don't know if people feel comfortable with that because you will be staying in the Airbnb and coming down to the salon, and we would have different discussions and go out to eat and go to the nail supply store up here and kind of do some takeaways and buy some things up at the supply stores here and kind of work with it and share tips and tricks in person with each other and kind of troubleshoot some things. I think that we will all walk away more enlightened about that. And that's something I still want to do after the holidays. You know, we didn't do it, but I still would want to do it. And I don't know how comfortable people feel with that, but I feel like some of you all have been on here talking to each other long enough where I don't think you all are crazy. Like I said, I've met people on YouTube back in the day, and we're still friends to this very day. Like, I've stayed at their house, they stayed at my house, I've met their children, husbands, all that good stuff. So, yes, I was waiting for you all to pull back up the comment so I can address it. Janaki said, I would love to do a one-on-one with you. That's funny you mentioned that because if you go to chicagobeautysource.com, I do have one-on-one consultations in 30-minute increments. And if you book it, people have done it. But you know what? They haven't done it this year. That's funny. After COVID, it's like a lot of stuff stopped. I used to be booked with those all the time. But I have 30-minute consultation, 1 hour, and I actually sit down because everybody's situation is so different in how I would answer. But I've sat down with people. I always find out their lifestyle and where they live and what their current home situation is like before I give them a strategy. I've literally sat down and made lists with people like, go here, talk to this person, do this, do that, do this, do that, write this down, do this. So I do that. Yeah, we've been talking about this for 2 years, and then I'm like, well, let's do it, you know. And this is a safe haven place. I mean, it's a whole Airbnb that people come to from literally all over the world. There are people up there now, they're just not there. But yeah, I literally have space for like 7 people. So is that purge stuff they be talking about in your state true? Yes, it is true. January 1st. But it's more technical than what they say, but they're going to be just writing tickets and stuff. Or, yeah, I got to read deeper, but yeah, it is true. They're just calling it the purge, but they're changing the way that they prosecute people here in Illinois as of January 1st. Yeah. Yeah. Well, check on there because, like I said, I usually go past the time anyway because I want to make sure that the person comes away from the call with something. And if you want us to do FaceTime, that is too. And then also if you want to do your time in a FaceTime, I could do that as well if you need help with a specific technique. Like one person I helped and when she walked away, she was like, wow, because I was showing her how to do designs that were very quick and easy, but they look very complicated. And I was showing her how to boop, boop, boop. And she was just like, wow, you have really changed the way that I'm going to do nails from now on. And we did that in FaceTime. Or we do it right here because I can bring up to 6 people on the screen. So it'll just be half the screen. Anyway, let me show you all this really, really quick and we can move on. So I am working on something very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. And I'm not going to show you all that. You all are the first to see it. So here we go. I know that all you all nail techs are nail techs and you have this, majority of us have this, but they're kind of boring. And so I said, let me practice and see if what I do can translate over into this. And so I came up and I created these. Please let me know your real comments about these. So this is a design nail palette. Can you see? It's a design palette. And what I'm going to do, these are testers. So these are just testers. And this doesn't even do a justice on how much sparkle and shine this has. So this is going to be larger, and it's going to be big enough where the nails are really long. So you can kind of lay out your stone placement and things like that for each finger before you even lay it down. And this is really, really big. And it's really, really nice. And this doesn't do anything for the amount of sparkle on here. So these are design palettes that I'm creating. So that's one. Actually, this is CC. CC already claimed this one. Okay. I'm a resin artist. I have a whole Etsy store, and I've been doing this since 2012. And this is another one. If you can see that, and I probably need to take down the light some. Let me turn off this light. That would probably help. It's too yellow. Okay. The sparkle on these, I'm not even kidding. These are just the samples. These are the testers. So that's two. I love them. Like, I literally was in tears when I pulled it out. And this is three. You guys, I had this mold forever, and I'm like, oh my God. This could be another, this is another design palette. Or if you want to, you could literally put it up on the wall as art. It's up to you. But these right here are design palettes. This says eat, sleep, nails, repeat. Eat, sleep, nails, repeat. Bloop. So that's sample number 3. Sample 4, because the ones we see are plain, right? So I'm like, there's never anything for nail techs. And so why am I creating all this stuff and I never created for nail techs? I create everything, but never for nail techs. So these are what I'm starting, but it's going to be even more defined in the next week. I'm just waiting on a few things to come in the mail, and then you can personalize and put your name or your logo in there. Here's another one. This right here is, it says, but first nails, but first nails. But this is a nightlight, you guys. This is a nightlight. So you will also be able to do the same thing, personalize your nightlight and put this in your bathroom or in your room area or whatever. And or you could put your logo or whatever. So I was just practicing to see. And this is not showing the sparkle. Can you see that that definition of that sparkle on there? It's like, yeah, I don't play. I'm not cheap with glitter. I see people design stuff all the time. They're so skimpy with the glitter. I pour a half a bottle. I don't care in there. And let me show you this too. So here's my phone case. I have to take my phone case off to put it on the stand. This right here is something I've been making for a long time. Well, a couple of months. This is a pop socket, but I can't sell it online because of the Mickey Mouse ears. I can't sell it on Etsy. I have an Etsy store I've had since 2012. They will not let me sell this. So I'm like, you know what? My clients buy them from me all the time. So I said, why are you not telling them about those? So I do make pop sockets as well. So I have them. Here's the pink one. Look at that. It's a druzy cut, and they're huge. When I'm in the stores, literally, I'm like always on the phone. See, I'm always on the phone and looking for stuff. It's like, because the pop socket is so big, it's easy to hold. And it's so big that the phone can sit straight up, back, because it bends so many different ways. I love this. So I wanted to show you all because I realized, you know, the stuff I tell you, I'm still working on myself too, right? One of my biggest things is that people always tell me, you're going to be a millionaire one day. You're so talented. That's the problem. I have too many talents. So that's why I have the dry erase board. I have to focus in like I was back in the day. Here is the clear one. And I've sold so many of these. I just made a few more because anytime I do a project, I always pour the leftovers into these and sell them. So that's the clear. Actually, that would be considered silver. So here is the clear. Hold on. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to move these into bigger bags. I don't know why I keep squeezing into these little bags. This one is like a clear milky white. Clear milky white. It's really hard to see because of the glare of the light. Can you see? Yeah, there we go. See that? And it's no joke. This is no trickery or anything. These things bling. And I didn't think that my clients would buy them, but I was just showing them, like, look what I mean. They're like, give me one. And they just started buying them when they leave out the door. Like, literally, to the point where I have to always keep some poured weekly. Seriously. They'll come back like, my mother loved it. Let me get one for her. What color she got today? This is dark blue. So it's kind of a rainbow effect, dark blue. And then one more, light blue. Oh, light blue. Light blue. Okay. So those are those 5. Ready for a 5. You have the nightlight. You have this. And you have this one. This one is CC. She already claimed it. But you guys, these are actually up on the website right now as testers. I am selling the samples at the sample price because I was just testing them out to see if this film would work. So they do have to me, you might not notice it, but they have a little bit of irregularity in it because it's like little air bubbles in there. So I'm just getting rid of these because I was just testing them out to see if this idea I had would work, and it did work just fine. So I'm like, okay, well, now I could go into production. The first batch is already downstairs setting. So if you would like one, they are already up on the website on Chicago Beauty Source at a very reduced rate, like 50% off. So like this one, I want to say is like only $12. And that's with the shipping, I think. This nightlight, I think it's like $18, and that's with the shipping. Shipping is always included on Chicago Beauty Source. And this is a nice big nightlight. So you might want to grab it. It's only these 4 items, and then the pop sockets. All the pop sockets are up because I've been selling these. I just never told you all. So the pop sockets are up. If you go to Chicago Beauty Source, it's under new arrivals. New arrivals. If you check out new arrivals on Chicago Beauty Source, you will see all of these items I just showed you. Okay, so that's what I wanted you to look at real quick. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking. Thank you for looking. Let's see. I'm glad you all like it. Yes, you practice bling layout on a regular palette, and that's a dope idea. That came to me the other night. I'm like, make the finger bigger. So the ones that will be up, these are just testers, but the bigger one with the fingers are the nails, the finger is going to be really big. So that particular palette is just for you to lay out your design, just so you don't forget, like the middle finger. You know, some people be like, put this on the middle finger, this, and if you're rushing, you'll forget and put something on the wrong finger. That you can literally write on there like black, polka dot, da 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 da, so you can line up your thoughts on how you're designing. My Etsy store is called Vanilla Crush. Vanilla Crush with a K. So Vanilla Krush. Vanilla Crush. But these particular items right here are on Chicago Beauty Source. But I do have an Etsy store as well with other items. So yeah, I need to put that up here, right? I'll have it for next time. So they are available at a very reduced rate as a sample. You know, they have sample sales. Yep. And the pop sockets are really affordable too. All of it. Everything is really cheap right now. So, and no shipping. Well, they're there. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. So let me go back to these comments. Yeah. Practicing the bling is one thing too, because you get to placing them stones and you can get lost sometimes. So you kind of want to have an idea like, okay, I want to bring this 2 inverted here with the big stone, 2 accents on the side, da, da, da. And then you can kind of look at it and say, no, I think I'm going to put that on the middle finger because that's too close. You know, just nothing like that out here right now. So not that I can see. So let me go back to the comment. Okay. Going back. Shannon's comment was about if they follow her on IG and follow her somewhere else if she announces it. So you have to be careful with that, because if you are working in someone else's salon and those are their clients, you are really not supposed to be getting their information or sharing your information at all. And when you work in a commission salon, usually you have signed something to that effect. And if they find out that you have done that, they can literally come back after you and sue you for all lost income. And just depending on the salon, they will. Like Elizabeth Arden salons or something like that, or Bliss, one of these biggest places, if they find out and you get the right person that didn't care for you, the manager didn't too much care for you anyway, they will escalate it. They have attorneys and things, and they'll come after you for some amount. So you getting some summons to come into court, and they're saying that they're suing you for, $8,000 in lost income because there's proof of you soliciting, because that's soliciting their clients. And their attorney will pull up how much money it takes, to get the average client in over a lifetime. So this client has been in our books for 9 years. We've spent X amount of dollars marketing to this client. We've spent this much on this and this and this, and this person took this person away approximately 1.5 years ago, because it takes time to get to court, right? So if you add that up plus our lawyer fees and stuff, we're filing for a total claim of $16,850. Yeah. I'm just saying that could happen. So just keep that in mind, that when you work in a commission salon, you have to be very careful about being in touch with their clients. And also you have to be aware of these clients too, because one thing I've learned is that clients can be very phony, and they love you today, but they can hold you by the balls tomorrow. And I find that the wealthier they are and the more established they are, the faker they can be. They can be very sweet, but let something happen, or you don't bend or do something that they want you to do, they will subtly suggest to you, oh honey, don't you worry, I can just go back to where I was, and I'll tell them that you and I didn't work out, and I'll tell them that you're doing just fine over here. You see that sideways threat sort of thing? So you have to be careful when you're dealing with people, and make sure you're moving properly. That's all I want to say about it. My comment was about my classmate who was already established and her work was really good, and she wouldn't really have a problem with being demoted in a regular salon because she's really good. You sure that's the comment I wanted you to say something about? My comment was about my classmate who was already established. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if that's the comment. I don't know if that's the comment. Oh, wow, I never thought of it like that. They never had me sign anything, but what would you suggest we do? Should we change the way to manage our social media? Oh, well, I got to go back and look at that. I don't even know what I was going to say about that, but you just have to be careful in trying to solicit other people's clients, because technically that's stealing people's clients that they built and spent money on marketing for. And so if you're going to do it, I would just verbally say it. I wouldn't. You just got to be careful, because I've seen clients bounce over here and then bounce back over here. You get what I'm saying? And then they'll come talk about them to you, and then they'll come talk about you to them. So don't think these clients are that loyal. They're loyal, but they're not, some of them. So just be careful and make sure you're filling people out really, really well before you are moving them over, especially from a commission type salon or salon where you are an employee. You got to be very, very, very careful with that. Just saying. Because I've had so many clients over the years that I've fallen out with, I've lost touch with, or, for some reason, all of a sudden they just disappeared, and then they over here. There's just too many people out here for me to take theirs. I had a lady at the last place I worked, and she was like, what's your, she kept asking me, and I was like, oh, we can't do that. And she was like, you could just tell me. Nobody's around. You can just tell me. And I just spoke in code to her, but I felt very uncomfortable because she could have been from corporate. I don't know who she was. I don't know. And I had signed a contract. So I was just like, I don't know who you are. and I just didn't feel comfortable. I don't know. Just be careful with it is all I'm saying. If they didn't have you sign anything and it's a smaller, they probably wouldn't care, but it's just like, and also you just don't want to burn bridges too, because you just never know. Like life brings you back around in circles. The place you left, you never know. 8 years later, you might look back and be like, let me check back with them. So I try not to burn bridges. Let me read this one more time. My comment was about my classmate who was already established and her work was really good. And she wouldn't really have a problem with being demoted in a regular salon because she was good. Well, I don't think that a person who was really good would be demoted. I think maybe what I want to say was like a person who just because a person has a clientele and they're good, that doesn't mean they come out the rotation. You get it? It's like just because you're new doesn't mean you get to just be all in a rotation until you fill up. That's not how it goes. The people that have the people who have clientele, and when they're open, they can still hop back in their rotation and be a number one and number two on the list because they earned that right. I don't think that's what I want to say, but that's what I'm saying right now. Kilolo, I don't know if you still live, but I'm still listening to the beginning and it started over. But the Asian shop I worked at did the same thing to me. I was paying 50% of my work for commissions. And to be honest with you, you're saying that, but guess what? 50% is good. Yeah. 50% is good for a commission salon. If it's a higher end salon, like if it's a step above a discount salon, 50-50 is the standard. And it could be a little less if they're charging a product charge on top of the 50%, because they'll tell you 50%. And then once they hire you and you start filling out paperwork, it'll be in there and they'll be like, when they start training you, they'll be like, oh yeah, there's just like a little 2% product fee that comes out. So it's really 48%. But they don't tell you that. The recruiter or whoever you talk to on the phone who interviews you will say 50-50. You fill out the paperwork, get in there, you look at your check or you look at your ticket for the day, your total, it'll be like an additional line there. And they're like, oh yeah, they take 2%. So then you got to calculate 48, or you got to look and be like, okay, for every manicure, they're taking $1.20. For every pedicure, they're taking $2.60. Yeah, that's some trickery that they do. So you think 50-50 is bad. It's not bad. Especially if you knew. See, this is the thing too that I want people. See, you just said it, then giving $5 for the supplies. It's always an extra charge. So it's not really 50-50 still. You said 60-40 is the norm here, thankfully. 60-40 is the norm in discount salons. That is not the norm in spas. That is not the norm in spas. The norm in spas is 50% and below. 50% and below. You guys do not forget this. The higher the price, the lower the commission. Okay. If you go and work here at Trump Hotel, they charge a grip for services, but the commission is stupid low. All the high-end places, Knickerbocker Hotel, all of them, you can get $80 for a manicure, $75 for a manicure, but the commission is like 32%. But it doesn't matter. You're still going to make more money because 32% of that high price plus the way they tip, you're still going to make more money. The higher the price, I've said this before, the higher the price, the higher in the salon, the lower the commission. So 50% is that threshold, and it goes down from there. The higher tier the salon is. Okay, understand that. When you go into discount salon type places, 60-40 is the norm. 60-40, and if you're coming to the table and you kind of new, it may be lower than that until they feel like they're comfortable with you and you can move fast enough to make them money. Okay, that's how that goes. So 60-40 is the norm in those fast shops. And I've gotten 70-30 before, but 60-40 is the norm. Yeah. Yes, that is where my thoughts are exactly. A client chooses where they go, and I have a hard time truly understanding how a client belongs anywhere. So the client can truly choose where they want to go, but the thing of it is, who spent the money to bring the client in? Who marketed to that client? When I opened my salon, I literally started marketing months ahead of time. I literally hired people to go out weeks in advance and scour the entire neighborhood a mile radius and walk every block and put flyers in every, this is back in the day, put flyers in every mailbox. Then I found out you're not supposed to do this against the law, but we did anyway. So I started using rubber bands and putting it on everybody's gate and then putting the flyers on everybody's car. I had to pay people, not one, but multiple people for weeks to do that. Then I had to go and I hired a company to put an ad coupon in the little coupons, like you'll receive an envelope and it was like 50 coupons. Older people love them. The coupons is like for the local pizza place, the local this. And it was just all like these coupon slips inside the envelope. I got into that. I paid for that to run for months. I paid to put all those people out there. I paid for the graphic design on there. I paid to have, I used to order 5,000 postcards at a time, then another 5,000, then 20,000 postcards, plus the manpower to get it all out, right? Plus I pay for all this extra stuff. I pay for the grand opening party. I pay for the massage people to come out for my grand opening party and DJ and all this stuff and all the extra things that I do in the newsletter and all that. I sat down to 1, 2, 3 in the morning, sending out those newsletters, constructing those newsletters. So how is it that you can come in and interview with me for 15 minutes and sit down and stay with here for 60 days and then just give all my clients your information and hoping that they follow you? Get it? That is why it's set up that way, because people don't think about what it takes to get a client in the door. It's a lot that goes on behind the scene in order to get clients in the door for a salon. It takes a lot of money, manpower, and time to get a clientele to fill not one book, but books for a slew of people to feed all of them and to cover the bills that keep the lights on and stuff. So you think about how hard it is just to market yourself. Imagine how hard it is to market for an entire salon. It's hard to get a clientele for yourself. So imagine how hard it is to get an entire salon's worth of clients. So yeah, they're going to be very, very, very protective of it. So they will watch you like a hawk. Or if they see you trying to steal some of them people, they're like, Because here's the other thing. One client can lead to 5 clients because of referrals. My sister, my mother-in-law, my best friend, my cousin. So one client, you're really stealing more than one client. Get it? Don't ever talk to the clients about leaving and coming with me. But if I do leave and some clients follow me on social media, I also don't see it as soliciting if I announce where I am now. Right. But here's the thing. They shouldn't know your social media. I'm just being technical with you, okay? I know people do it, but they should not even know your social media. If they didn't find you on your social media, they should know your social media. They should know the salon's social media. I'm just talking to you as a salon owner right now. But as a technician, I get that people do that, but you have to be careful doing that, because just depending on who I am, my cousin could be an attorney. My favorite best friend cousin can be an attorney. My sister could be an attorney. My brother-in-law could be an attorney. And if I don't like you, or we had some words, or we didn't gel well, and then I happen to see all my clientele on there, I'm going to start screenshotting this shit. And I'm going to send it to my brother-in-law. And now I'm going to go after you just because I can. And now I have grounds to do so. So you have to be careful with that. Okay? I'm just being honest. Just saying. But this is why I love these lives, because it shows how people think. Because you're technically taking someone's business, and all I have to do is go through the list. And if I see my clients liking your stuff, and then I'm going to start looking through all of it. And I'm going to get a timeline of when they start liking your stuff. And I'm going to talk to my brother-in-law to see if we got a case because you did something I didn't like. I'm just saying, when you're dealing in this industry too, you're dealing with a lot of different personalities, and people are tripping in this industry. You're dealing with artists, with very quirky people. You tick them off, they can get very petty. The petty level is on high. So I'm just trying to wrap your mind around how they're thinking of it, because that's their client. And how did they get your social media? That's why I'm going to tell you, when I had my salon, you had to sign something. You had to. So you can't say you didn't know, because I'm bringing that right to the court room. Especially if I see more than 2 people now liking all your stuff, my top people, because you were one of my best people, and now my top people are all on your social media. Oh, I'm definitely coming after you. I am. I am. I would be one of the salon owners that would. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would take you into some type of small claims court or something if you left, and then I went and saw that. I would. I would. So, do you ask your clients if you can post pictures of their nails? I thought that was the part of that can get complicated. Well, technically, you're supposed to be posting the pictures on the business's social media, you guys. The last place I just worked, they actually had they actually built a selfie wall just for us to take pictures. It was like plants and foliage and stuff on the wall, and they got it all hooked up, and it had like a neon sign on top of the foliage just for us to take pictures. And when we posted those pictures, they actually had us they were like, you're supposed to send the pictures to, I kid you not, this just happened this year. I didn't stay there that long, but you're supposed to send the pictures to their corporate office so they could post them on their page. And also, if you wanted your own Tricoat, I almost said the name. If you wanted your own name, if you wanted your own page for the business, they will create one for you. So to answer that question, technically, you're supposed to be posting on their page because they're their clients. It's not complicated. It's just that the salon owner didn't cross their T's and dot their I's. I did, and the company I just left, they did. And you will be in trouble for that. My manager doesn't mind folks knowing our IG. She got it on the whiteboard. It's really not smart. If it's their clients, that's not the smart way to go about it, but okay. We'll adjust the salon's IG and my coworkers' IG on the whiteboard, but people still ask. I mean, people do it, but I'm just saying be careful because people switch up on you. They're nice today, and then you have a tip with them or say something smart, something they deem smart, and then they don't like what you're doing. I don't give mine though because I can be a little nervous because of certain people I don't want to do because of their energy. Yeah. So it's just one of those funny things that you have to kind of really, really watch. It's one of those funny things. That's that gray area, and you have to be very clear on that. And it depends on the tier, the type of salon you're working at, the tier of the salon you're working at. The last salon I worked at, it was very high end, and they did not play that. And I'm going to tell you somebody else who I was going to work for, the Four Seasons Hotel. The Four Seasons. I was going to work for them as a nail tech, and they definitely don't play that. They definitely don't. And you know they have attorneys. So when I'm talking about higher end salons, I'm talking about places like that in terms of working as a nail tech in their spas and stuff. They do not play that. They don't even want you. If the client pull out their phone while they're standing there at the front desk with you, trust and believe the receptionist or one of those cameras around there is recording that, and they're watching you. And you may get a call from your manager questioning that. And then they may start looking at your social media to see what's going on. So you have to be careful when you're doing that, soliciting other people's clients, because that's what you're doing, you guys. Make sure, look at who you messing with when you do that. Some you can get away with it, some you cannot. Yeah, they don't even want you breathing the same air as a client. They don't play that at certain places. And I'm telling you, I've worked everywhere, from the gutter to the rooter to the tutor, okay, to Dwayne Wade, all of them. I've touched them all from here to there. I didn't touch the crackhead. I didn't touch the bum off the street. Literally, a salon I worked at, they were going on a cruise, the owner of the salon, and he was taking his whole family, and they went and found a drunk uncle at the liquor store off the ground who hang out in front of the liquor store and brought him up to the salon, had me do his darn feet. You guys, his feet were so bad that his damn socks were stuck to his feet. So I've done from here to there. Yes, I poured Clorox bleach in that water. I did, but I did it. I'll do what I have to do. So I know from the rooter to the tutor how this go on both ends. I don't have access to the salon social media. Do you think the salon owner will give us access? It's a small salon. If it's a small salon, they probably don't care. But I'm just letting you know that if you start working in higher end places, don't be alarmed if they tell you you can't solicit. You're going to see a lot of words like solicitation, confidentiality, discretion. You're going to start seeing words like that on some paper. It's probably not a problem where you are right now, but I do want you to understand that concept. Really, I just want a portfolio to hold on to examples of my work. Keep doing what you're doing, but I just want you to understand that, because a lot of new people coming into the business, they don't understand it. When they come in and they start moving up the tiers into other types of salons, it throws them off. It gets very technical the higher you go. Girl, I don't touch the prostitutes that were tricking out back where I used to work. Yeah, I've done those too. I've done prostitutes. I've done the bums that sit out in front of the liquor store. But I've also done guys in the NBA and celebrities. I've done all. I don't care. Whoever was paying, how much you paying? Okay, okay. Gonna be seeing 4 or 5 syllable words up in there. Okay, I don't care. So I feel like I've talked you all to death. I really do. But I think this was a good case study. Should I leave him? No, this technician should not leave. If there is not a conflict in the social environment that's bothering their spirit, that is not a reason to leave because they said your technical skill is not up to par. Because that is a problem that's going to follow you to the next place. So that's a person that needs to humble themselves and come off that butterfly in the sky mentality that their school has them in, and start to put in some work and prove to the salon owner who is trying to work with them and work their way back up. And there are ways they can do it, and they just got to prove that they are going to do it, because if they don't do it here, they're going to have to do this with somebody else. So what is the purpose in running around? You know, if the salon culture is good, okay fit, then just stay there and do the work. You might even be there for a long time, or after a year, you might even outgrow the place and you go someplace else, because that's not a them problem, that's a you problem. And a lot of new people don't realize that you should be grateful that somebody will take you in, because a lot of people won't take you in. And if that same person came to me and it's April or May, I probably would not hire them. I would tell them they could come here as an assistant and do some polish changes and stuff, and I would pay them on assistant level and let them do certain things, but I would not really hire them as a technician because I don't have time to be bothered with it, because we're going into our busy season. And then if they stayed after, they came early and they brought friends and did stuff like, can I come up there early and do my cousin? Or can I stay late and do my cousin? Yeah, I'm going to be here anyway doing some paperwork, or I got to, fill up everything. So you can, okay, cool, it's fine. You can use stuff over there, whatever. When I see you doing that over a few months or whatever, and when things slow back down, now we're going to get into it, and I'm going to see where you are. We're going to get some models off of Craigslist and say, hey, you come in for free, or come and get your nails done for $10 or whatever. I used to do stuff like that. And then if you stick around and get to that point, by the next spring, you should be ready to go on the floor, full throttle. But most people don't put in that type of commitment or effort. They want instant success. And that is not the case for most people. So that's it. You said, I really appreciate you sharing with us. I learned so much here. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you, Shannon, for checking me out. And yeah, I talk, but I don't say what people want to hear. I say what needs to be said, and I try to explain it, but I do say it directly, because we try to all make money and have careers here in this field. So yeah. But don't forget, you all, another shameless plug. These are available. These are my testers. I have an oops section up on my Etsy store, but I really wouldn't sell them. Well, I will put them in the oops section, but I don't really want to put them in the oops section. So that's why I was like, let me show them to them first, and maybe they want them, because they're like 50% off what the regular price will be. And that's it. Are there any other questions, concerns, or comments? You said that was my problem. It took me almost a year before I found a salon that would take me on, and I'm so grateful. Yeah, because a lot of people say no. Most people do not have time. They're like, I can't deal with that, because they already been burned so many times. It's like a woman scorned, a woman who's been in so many bad relationships. She's like, I'm not dating right now. That's basically what they're saying. Like, we're not dating. We're not dating. You're coming in being a full provider. A lot of salon owners are sugar babies. They're looking for people to come in and provide immediately. They don't want to put nothing into it. This is how much you're going to be paid. These days you're going to work. Here goes your station. What else you need? Okay. What's your name again? Okay. We're going to program you in the register or whatever. Okay. See you tomorrow. That's what they want. All the new people, that's a whole undertaking. That's a different ball game. So, okay. I feel like I've talked enough. I really do. So, I hope that you all have enjoyed this live. We're going to see if She comes on here and does the reverse ombre downstairs. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah. So I will catch you all in the next live, okay? Thank you for joining me. Bye.